today we are looking at the Soldano amp model and the NUX MG30. One of you beautiful ladies asked me about the Soldano amp model and the NUX MG30, and in the past I was always struggling with that amp model. It seemed to be a little bit flubby in the bass and I couldn't dial that out, so I had a hard time with that. There are other amp models which are great, which I was always using, yeah, I made a couple of videos with these other amp models. Especially I like the 6505 model, which is called the Vivo amp model. But also the VH4 is great, and the Marshall. But today I've installed the latest firmware, which is 3.2.3, and I was playing around with the Soldano model again. And I came up with this sound. Happened to be tight as the anus, and yeah, I would like to show you what I did. Maybe it's they changed something in the algorithms, but also maybe it was just my tweaking abilities. I don't know. So I open up the editor for you here, and as you can see, I'm using the Ownhammer 4x12 Mooer GE300 IR out of the Heavy Hitters 2 pack, I think. 2-pack? No. Heavy Hitters 2. It's the package called. And I don't use an EQ after the amp, so it's just the raw amp sound with this cabinet. I'm boosting it with a steel single drive, which you may know from me. I like this drive, and I always use it. The gate settings are here. These, if you turn off the gate, you have a little bit of a background noise. And as always, I'm using my stereo chorus to get this widener effect, but I can turn it off for you. And I'm using a pan delay, turn it off too. And I'm using reverb, hard reverb. I don't, a damp reverb, sorry, I don't turn that off. So this is the sound. So it is tight in my opinion, at least much tighter than when I tried it before. It has a little bit of sub bass going on. I don't know, loud volumes, maybe you have to dial that out with the low cut, raising the low cut here. But other than that, yeah, it's much tighter. And what I did today, which I didn't do before, is I reduced the master. So I reduced the master, as you can see here, and of course, to compensate that that level, the overall volume, I raised this level. But if I turn up the master again, I don't know if you can hear it. A little bit of this flubbiness is coming back, especially if I'm lowering the low cut. I have to admit it's better than before, but the flubbiness is still a little bit there. So I reduce it. I ended up with this nice lead tone. And yeah, as you can see here, it's nothing fancy going on. except I raised the presence a little bit. What I do sometimes is I use a high cut, but I don't necessarily need it here. Maybe if I would use this sound live, play loud volumes, I would lower the high cut. So that's basically what I did. So the trick was here to reduce the master. And also with the bias, and it's something, if you raise the bias, then you get a more focused tone, more mid-focused tone. And with some amps it's annoying, but with this amp it had some kind of hole in the mids, in my opinion. So I like it with the bias a little bit higher. And yeah, maybe you could use this here to dial out a little bit of these lows. If you don't use a low cut, I would set it maybe somehow like that. But in reality, when playing live, the lows are important, not the sub lows below 100 Hz, but these frequencies around the 100 Hz, you can use these frequencies to get a fat lead tone, to fatten up your tone without being annoying. If you don't use these frequencies or you cut them off too drastically, then maybe your lead tone will not be that fat and not that pleasant to the ear. So I like to have bass frequencies in a live situation, although many guitar players tend to dial them back, but the right amount gives you the right basement or fundament for your fat lead tone. Of course, you have to have the frequencies on the other side of the spectrum, the highs, to compensate that a little bit. The highs give you the attack that you can hear when the note is picked, but these low frequencies, they give you more the pitch of the note, which is important when playing leads. So yeah, that is what I did here with this amp model. Ended up with that lead tone. And as a comparison, this was my favorite lead tone. Okay, I have to. And it's really this is the one with the VH4. I have to adjust my volume level, sorry. And where was Soldano again? Where was it? Here. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the result, to be honest. And it's the first time that I got a good result with this amp. So I recommend to try this amp model out with the newest firmware version, and yeah, also with the master dialed back a little bit. By the way, today I played my Harley Benton Fusion 2, I think. It's a Fusion 2 guitar. Everything stock, the Roosevelt pickups, and yeah, ebony fretboard. So, please subscribe to my channel, stay healthy, and goodbye.